Thank goodness StreamYard knows what it's doing because I obviously don't. I was scheduling some streams for later this week, and I actually scheduled this one for 8 instead of 6. So I think I put 6 on the links that I posted out, but probably no reminder went out, obviously 30 minutes ago. So we shall see. Don't see anybody in here yet, which is quite understandable. Not even my co-host. So we shall see. I may have to restart this. I see lots of other people going live now, including lots of news channels. Something I always make sure I do. I know the news isn't very popular with a lot of people, or certain channels aren't very popular, but I like to watch several channels to get different viewpoints, because it's a rare channel that reports exactly what happens. Everybody has their own opinion, their own slant, and what's going on with that. So, hey, Plushy Aquatics, did you get a notification that I went live? The reason I'm asking is that I had scheduled, stupidly scheduled this stream for 8, so no one got a reminder, of course. Hey, Mike. I was just saying I scheduled this for 8 in StreamYard. Oh, okay. So notification went out because it asked me if I wanted to go live or if I wanted to go at 8, and that was my first clue. So I said go live because it's too late to go back and change it all now. I do think where I shared the link out, I said live at 6. So, hey, Ed, what's shaking? Sharpies, John, Mike. I was going to show you something, Mike, so I can go ahead and do that now. I'm trying to keep an eye out for the Pam. She got the link because she gave me a thumbs up, so don't know. You know, I told you, Mike, that I ordered some anoles, or brown anoles, and they came just before I had to go to the art today, so they have been sitting, let me turn this around, sitting right here on this table, dining room table, in the dining room. Only the best here, you know, only the fanciest. So there. So they've been sitting here. For those that didn't have my address, there you go. Always send money and candy. Those are my favorites. So of course it came live animals handled with care, yada yada, and it's from Underground Reptiles. And of course you get things from them more than I do, Mike. But it has the air holes punched in the different sides of it so that the animal inside can breathe. And this is let me let Pam in. I heard her just then. No, it's not Pam either. It was not Pam. It says sketchy, but there's no picture. So Pam, you may have to talk in the chat because it says sketchy, but I don't see any picture. So there's not a snake in there. There are 10 anoles, lizard, and they're in there. Well, I've talked enough that my point was lost there. I came home to find they're for the green African bush snake that's arboreal. But when I came home, it was sitting. You can see where the stuff's cleared out there. It was sitting right there, and it was until just a minute ago when I started pushing buttons and talking too much, and it moved. But my theory is because it has air holes there that it could smell the anoles, because they do hunt by sight. But it is me. I just need to hook up my camera. All right, Pam. Be flashing us. It won't let you come in, Pam. It says edit name, kick from studio, or ban from studio, so it won't let you in. It knows better. I've got a box of noles. That's right. But yeah, because they do smell, flicker and go around when they can't see what they're after to eat. But of course, if they see it, it's a sight. Look at her; she's so sweet over there in the other habitat. Just sitting there looking at me. Bless her, and we'll get her out here in a little bit. So anyway, anybody wants to come up, I'll be happy to drop the link in the chat. Don't have any guests per se. So here's Pam back. Let's see. Nope, not naked either, Pam. That won't work. Got a dress. Told you that didn't work. Howdy, howdy.
I am totally disorganized today. I'm sorry.
Oh, I hear Star.
Yeah, she wants up in my lap, but she can wait.
Bless her. Oh, could somebody read my palm while it's over the lens? I expect my streams to show up somewhere like how not to do a video or how not to stream. Get lots of content. Try the button that's a band. A bond? What? A band. I think Ed's trying to get you banned. Lovely, sweet, dear Pam. Pampire? Ah, that's a new one. Pampire. Pam, you don't wear glasses? At all? You're muted.
Oh, yeah, I wear glasses sometimes when I'm drawing, but usually not, unless I'm doing like really fine details, and I just have a cheap pair of those over-the-counter glasses.
Oh, gosh. Oh, bless her.
Hang on, I need to get her a treat or something so she's happy.
I already went through that with my two. Yazzie has certain treats he'll eat and certain treats he won't eat, but then he goes back and eats the ones that he didn't want to eat, so he kind of plays a game with those treats. Gets what he wants. Well, that snake sure punked me. I was going to open the bag up with the camera on the snake. Wear glasses so I can think. See things 2 inches or closer. I wear glasses. Oh, okay. Going to our channel if y'all not to YouTube. Is there? Oh, cool. You must have me blocked on there, Sharpie, because I would really like to see that. Sharpie's got a whole channel about how not to YouTube that I'm starring in. It's funny.
Okay, I think I'm ready. For some reason, I was thinking that it's like a little bit after 4 now, and for some reason, I was thinking that it started at 6, but that doesn't make any sense. It always starts at 4. Whatever.
Yeah.
I'm getting old.
It does start at 6 here. But you know what I did? I scheduled it for 8, and I didn't know that.
That's why, because I looked at it and it said it started at 6. Because 8 your time is 6 my time. So that's why I got it in my head that it didn't start for a couple more hours.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Well, that was my fault. I scheduled it wrong, but I posted it at 6, like when I would say live at whatever.
Yeah, I thought I had a couple more hours, and then I saw it, pop up on the side of my computer screen that you were going live, and I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, it asked me if I really wanted to go live because it said you have it scheduled for 8, fool. And I said, yeah, it's too late to change it now. Yep, let's go. So here's Yazzie. Did you hear Pam? Come here. Come on. You got to let me catch you.
Am I Yazzie?
See, he sees you. There's, what are you munching your lips about that you did just have treats?
There he is. There he is.
He loves Pam. Ed, not so much. Pam. And he's actually met Ed. Look how cute he is. Bless him. Bless him. All right. Is that enough? Is that enough? You're not looking at her that much. Hmm? Oh. Anyway, I was going to open up those anoles with the snake watching and see if it followed the bag they're in. But I am going to go ahead and open them up anyway because I've got to put them out where they're going to live in a little bit. And they were shipped overnight, so UPS. And they always say you have to sign, but I got up and opened my door and left the glass, like the storm door, locked. Turned the lamp on in the foyer, and they left them.
So how many did you get?
10. Ed was hoping it was a snake. Ed, until I get some more room and some more money, I won't be having any snakes soon. I say that, and you know what'll happen, but
You'll find one you want. You know that.
right. There's not anything I'm looking for specifically. So there are some fish I'm looking for, but I'm not finding them either. Looking for some of those barbs that these are the cousin to. I'm looking for the mascara barbs.
Oh, yeah. I love the mascara barbs.
Hit 40 and the eyes changed. Hey, Mary Page. Sneaking in there. Yeah, when I was like 38, 39, I was holding things. We used to read, you know, back in the day, books and so forth. Things called books. Used to be blind. I'm listening in. Hey, everybody. See, you never know who's lurking. Never know. I'm caught up now. People weren't talking, and then they started talking. When I started opening this, there we go. I like this box. It's a perfect size, and it's got styrofoam lined and all that, so I'll definitely be using that. Handle with care. It's about a third the size it looks like there. Let's see. There they are. 10 little, ooh, these are nice size.
Oh, they send them in a little mesh bag, huh?
Yeah, and there's some paper crumpled up in there so they have something to hold on to or about. These are nice and chunky.
So what do you feed them before you feed them to the snakes?
I put them over with the big, in the 55-gallon with the big blue-tongued skink, and he's not interested in anything like that. Cat food and dog food are his specialty. So they stay in there, and that's a bioactive tank habitat. So there's all kinds of creepy crawlies and flying things and all that in there. So they kind of thin them back for me, and then as I feed them to him over a couple months, the bugs will come back. Circle of Life. Apologies to any parents of the younger children for today's short. Now that's intriguing. Ed, you're legally blind? You'll go to the park and look for one. If there were lizards hanging around here, I would definitely be down for catching them. I do have to use one of the large nets, rectangular nets, to catch them out of there. And they're pretty easy to catch, though. They walk right in it because it's green, and so there's no sport in catching them and feeding them to him. He gets right down when there's one in there, so they don't have to be hunted or anything very long. I wish it would eat anything but live lizards. It'll eat little frogs, but I can't do frogs. No. Can't do that. I'm just super nearsighted. I'll have to go watch your short and see what that was all about. Oh, that reminds me about apology. Oh, God, how do y'all like my begonia tiara? I feel like Dan on Dan's Fish. You know, he has only in that he has that hat of that plant he used to have back there in his head. Those are begonias. I finally brought them in from the edge of the garage to get them watered and get them out here on the deck in pots. There's a mint green one. I forget what the name of it is. It's really cool. It's a new variant.
So have you like thought about setting up your tubs outside yet?
I think about it every time somebody mentions it, but it's sitting up on the like kitty corner on the edge of the deck, the corner, and it's full of rainwater and snow and stuff from the past whatever. It's got scuds in it and lots of tadpole larvae, not tadpole, mosquito. And I could pour half of that out or drain it out real easily with a short hose.
You should be like scooping some out for the fish.
Yeah, I should. And when I'm out here doing these pots, I've got lights out there so I can do, well, a light, not lights, but I can pot some of this when it's cooler tonight if I can keep the mosquitoes off of me. And
so how cool is it getting at night?
60s.
That's not really bad. What size of tub is it?
It's just one of those round. It's the one that the tornado took a couple years ago. That one.
Yeah.
It's around. I forget who makes them, but I
can't don't remember how many gallons it holds.
I think it's 90.
That's a good sized tub. I'd just throw something out there to clean up those mosquitoes so they don't hatch and bite you anyway.
Yeah, well, that's too late. There've been hundreds of them hatching all the time. It's full of them.
Well, get some fish in there so no more hatch. Don't you have some goldfish?
I do have goldfish.
Why don't you just throw a couple of them out in there?
In fact, I've got a group of them named stuff like Pam and Candy. So I could throw Pam out there.
Yeah, I would throw a couple goldfish in there and then you can always, like clean it and drain part of it and stuff if you decide to like put something out there that you want to breed. But for now, I throw a couple goldfish out there just so they can have like
it's going to be 87.
A buffet of insect larvae.
Yeah, Ed's saying it's going to be 87 tomorrow and thunderstorms all day. I saw that, so it's a good time to do it because it'll cool it down. Of course, I could change the temp by adding water back in. But it's got black water in it. It's got a lot of leaf litter that fell from the trees over it.
Yeah, really. The goldfish would love it just as is. I wouldn't even worry about.
Well, the pH is going to be a lot different.
Changing it really. Just float them for a little bit and put a couple goldfish out there and.
The pH is going to be a lot different, a lot lower, I'm thinking, than it is in their tank.
Yeah.
So I'll have to check that and maybe mix it and do some things with it, but or acclimate them. I could add some to their tank inside too.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a couple.
But I try to get them out in the next couple of days just to take care of all the mosquito larvae and stuff.
I'm really wanting to move that tub down, like I said, and move it over to the side of the deck that has the bench thing built around it, the platform to sit on. It's not a real bench with a back on it, but it's higher. Brother is calling. Be right back. But I want to get it up there so it's still elevated. I think that's like 10 inches or 12 inches above the lowest deck. And also can sit on the bench and look at it. Yeah, they would love to be out there, I'm sure.
Yeah, they would love the sunshine and all those bugs. They would probably have a few days of just absolute feasting. Yeah.
And it's got some duckweed and stuff in it too that started up again.
Oh, yeah, and the goldfish love duckweed.
Yeah, they get it all the time here because I have several tanks that it's crazy in. And they get it. I've got a lot of fish that eat it, so. But yeah, they could go out there. And I've got lots of other like water sprite and stuff that love to eat that can be out there. It always does great in the sun out there. Hey, Verily. Welcome.
Yeah, I'd throw them out there for a few days and just kind of let them take care of the bugs and like
I'm not sure
You
if
left
that.
in there for 3 or 4 days, and you could probably pull them out and put some other fish in there and some plants real easily.
I need to culture that tank. I'm sure with some beneficial bacteria, but there's
Well,
some.
see, the goldfish would do that. It's probably got a lot of beneficial bacteria in there just from the amount of bugs and stuff in it.
It might, but you know the mosquito larvae are not. They breathe. They come to the surface to breathe, so they don't interact with that nitrogen cycle. The scuds, it might.
Yeah, the scuttle, and just the fact that you got leaves and stuff in the bottom too, that's going to create a lot of I personally think it's probably all set.
Yeah.
And you can just take part of the water out and add some tap water to kind of balance out the pH a little bit and throw some fish in there.
Right. Yeah, they would love being out there. There's 6 of them, and they're like 7.5, 8 inches, a couple of them, and they are in a 29-gallon. It's got a 55 hang-on back on it with a pre-filter sponge, and then the stuff in the basket. Then they've got
they would love that. And like I say, if you got leaves in the bottom of it, you got beneficial bacteria because those leaves have been put in somehow.
Yeah. Well, that's true. But I've also got not a big, but not a small either, a sponge filter that's loaded with it. So I could squeeze some of the sponges out in there.
And you probably have some like bloodworms and stuff in the bottom too.
Probably.
I mean, if it's full of bugs, it's going to have the bloodworms just because they'll get down in the leaf litter and stuff. So your goldfish would just have a heyday out there for a while.
Oh, I know you do, Verily. There's when I lived in Jacksonville, the little I don't know if they were Cuban anoles. That's what they told me they were, but I'm not so sure. But you know the little green anoles, and I think they're native there. I thought they were invasive since they said Cuban, but anyway, the green ones were everywhere. We'd go out like to smoke at lunchtime at the hospital, and they'd be in the hedges, and we'd joke and put them on our ears like earrings and stuff. But not here. We don't have them everywhere here. Send me a couple hundred. Send me some of those little suckers. These only cost like $3.99 or $2.99 each, I think. $3.99. Because it was $40 almost for 10 of them. But that'll last him for 2 months at least. And they have a huge tank. They'll be jumping around and climbing vines and all that stuff, plants, water, and I missed it every day too, so they'll love it over there. We have lizards. Oh, I read that, didn't I? The thing about the tub, though, Pam, back to that, is that they're in that 29, and they get lots of aeration because of the sponge filter and the hang-on back. I make sure the water's down so that it, knocks bubbles in as it comes in. So out there, there's no aeration except the surface exchange of gas.
You could throw a sponge filter out there with them.
I could, but I don't have a way to plug it in. I do, but I don't. I'd have, at the way things are now, I'd have to put it through a window or a screen or something like that. But I've tons of plants. That 75 there, you can't even see in it. It's so dark when plants growing out. So they would keep the nitrogen cycle cleaned up for them, keep the ammonia down. And so I might do that. I'd really like to get the tank there out of my bedroom and use it as a reptile tank, but when it gets colder, they're going to have to come back. Well, they don't have to, but they'd be fine out there. It doesn't get that cold here. I might just do that. You have to put a screen over it, so you have hawks and such. It's another project. Hey, John McKenzie, welcome. Great to see you. Thanks for stopping in. No special topic.
We have a warm week coming up with all in the 60s and 70s, so
yeah,
that's nice.
That is nice. I think I will do that. Not tonight, but I'll start getting that ready. I can definitely.
Yeah, I would. I would.
I can set my water parameter. Yeah, I want that 29 because like these 2 snakes are in 10-gallon tanks, which is fine. especially for the ball python, because they kind of just hang out. They do move around, but that arboreal thing, it needs a lot more room than that to move around. Plus, my corn snakes are in a 10-gallon. I'd like to have a bigger tank. So some of my medium-sized tanks, I'm going to be switching them over to reptiles. I need to get rid of this dining room table so I can put a rack up. I've got one right somewhere over there in a box. Hey, Vinoski. Peace to you also. Saw his yellow peace sign, and today while I was at the Ark and puppies were sitting with me, adult dogs, old dogs. I love the old dogs. Right, Yazzie? I was changing my emojis to closer to the color of my skin. I'm not dark brown, but I'm not yellow or white. I've got a little Indian in me, so I've got a little brown. So I was making all my emojis brown. That's how bored I was.
So how many dogs you got at the Ark right now?
We still just have 7. No, actually, well, we've got 8. They took in one yesterday. Oh, she's beautiful, Pam. She's like a merle, kind of that pattern. And she's a Chihuahua, and she's about the size of Chico and Choco, those 2 old Chihuahuas mixes that live in the office most of the time. I mean, they go all over, but they stay in the office. They never kennel. So they sent a picture of her, and she's, I think she's 5. And the man and his wife, there were 2 of them, and the man and his wife got a divorce in October, and she left the kid there. This is all from the man, I don't know, and I wasn't there when they took the dog in, but she left the kid and the dogs. The dogs were hers when they got married, and so he called about it. She won't take any child support or nothing and take the kid, so she kind of just made a break. I said she's probably got her another boyfriend or something, but who knows? He could be a real ass, or something. She might have just had to do a thing.
Yeah.
But one of the Chihuahuas, there were 2, a female and a male, and one got away between yesterday and actually they took them in today before I got there. That's what happened. But between yesterday and today, the male got out and got away, and we were like, well, have you been seeing him? Or he's like, no, I haven't even been looking for him. I don't have time taking care of this kid and blah, blah, blah. So hopefully it'll turn up and we'll get that one. And then today I talked to a lady. I stayed over a few minutes. The phone was ringing, so I stayed, and I'm glad I did. That her mother died, and she has 2 dogs, and nobody, can take them and that kind of thing. And one is a 10-year-old Chihuahua, and then there's a pit bull. And I love pit bulls. I mean, they're like every breed. They're what you make. Chihuahuas have a horrible reputation.
Exactly, yeah.
But you just don't hear the news about Chihuahua. But everybody knows they're varmint. They know they're biters and knee grabbers and ankle biters. But so I had to give her some resources about the pit bull, because we can't have dogs that weight there, that size.
Yeah, are they allowed in the city or not?
Yeah, they are.
A lot of bigger places don't even allow them. You can't have them.
Yeah, our 2 local shelters, our county and our city shelters, are probably 3/4 of the dogs there are pits and pit mixes. But anyway, we are allowed to take dogs 35 pounds and under, but there's also a list now. That's a new thing the last year or so from insurance, and pit bulls are on there, and it's got other things like bully breeds and stuff. It's got some exotic breeds that are big that I've never heard of or seen. But so we really have. In other words, if we had a pit and somebody stepped on it and scared it, a kid, and it bit the kid, not being mean, insurance wouldn't cover that. So we would be screwed. The shelter's name would be whatever that little kid's name is, I guess, the way that would go. No insurance.
Yeah, most places that you rent, or like dog parks, some of them, but any place that you have to go through the insurance, they have a list of breeds that you can't have.
Yeah.
Which pit bulls and German shepherds and
German shepherds one we can have.
Yeah, and that's kind of sad because shepherds are really, really good dogs, but
Well, see, both of those are over the weight limit. Hey, Ray, Robert,
Yeah.
welcome. So anyway, yeah, but I'm going to take that Chihuahua. She's going to get the vet records for us. She thinks it's current on vaccination. See, all that adds up fast. Like to get them spayed and stuff. Even you see a nose. Yazzie just made the nose there. Look at him. Are you a corner, Yazzie? Look at him. Yazzie said that's
He's like, what are those? They look good to eat.
No, he likes the reptiles and the fish. He loves to go to stores and look and stuff. But he's like, that's not part of our stuff, Dad. That's not our usual posse, is it? What is that? He doesn't usually see those anyway because they're up high in that 55. But yeah, so I'll be getting that 10-year-old Chihuahua tomorrow. I forget what her name is. The one that came today, the Merle, she's Princess. And Chico, the dog that when I live stream over there, y'all have seen him a million times, the Pomeranian Chihuahua mix. He's like 14.
Yeah, he's cute.
He's cute, but he's quite the ladies' man, so he's the one we bring out as the ambassador dog to meet the dog. We know they're scared and all that, but you can tell if a dog is a dog killer, or whatever, So he was standing tall, they said, and doing his ooh la la stuff, and he really liked her, so that's good. He's a real good judge of other dogs. We were teasing him, telling him he had a new woman, Ollie.
Hi, Adele.
Darlene.
Hi, Darlene.
Hey, Adele. Hey, y'all. Lurking and
Hi, Paul.
Meat, loaf, mashed potatoes, lima beans, cornbread. Me up trying to get into bed. It's so cold. Okay. Darlene always says what she's cooking because I ask her, because she's one of those southern cooks that she can cook.
Ah.
I haven't had her food. That's who that other woman was, Pam. That other woman. I didn't mean it that way. The woman that I showed the picture of.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
At the swamp, that was Darlene.
Yeah.
Yeah, I ate with her and her husband. Yeah. Well, with a group of people, Ed and Yazzie, leave the lizards alone. Leave them alone. You're not going to bother them. I haven't seen you show that much interest since you were a puppy. What are you doing? What are you doing? Yeah, my cat is about to get upset with me because I just turned off the heater.
Starting to get cold over in Australia, and it's just starting to warm up here in Wyoming.
Oh, you know what
I
I
might
did?
have to open my windows pretty quick.
You know what I did? It jumped, and I didn't realize it jumped. I was reading the end of Craig Doniger's message where it says it's so cold. And I'm like, why are you cooking if it's cold? And she's in Alabama, southern Alabama. Okay, cornbread and chocolate cake for dessert. Yum. Yeah, that makes more sense. I thought, dang, is cold weather headed this way, Darlene? Because they get this weather before it comes here. That sounds good. A little mean of you, though. You could have brought a little plate of some leftovers to that swamp. Just saying. Hey, Bunny. Ivy.
Oh, Bunny's
Lurking.
here. Hello, Bunny.
Lurking while I finish water changes. Love y'all. Love you, too. I put in our description who the lineup was this evening. And that's ROB93, and Joey's on there with him. And I don't know if they have a guest or not. I didn't look to see. They have that hot seat, so that's always awesome. But those two interact so well with each other. It's fun. So we all go over there after this. And then there's Jerry, Papa Shrimp, and he always has lots of cool content and lots to talk about and show us. And
yeah, I saw Dan tonight is giving away a $200 gift certificate.
Yep, I'll be one that. So anyway, Pam, tell everybody you can. So there'll be an extra 100 people there. Thank you. No, I'm teasing. Dan always has a giveaway, but not always $200 gift certificate. But he always has cool giveaways. So that's
yeah. Nobody go. We don't want
nobody go there. That's right. She was just joking. So that's at 9. All these are Eastern times. And then Pam goes at 11. And I think you have art involved tonight, don't you?
Yeah, I do have a couple things I'm going to try to sell tonight.
I saw them on Patreon. And so till you go live, I still have the option to get something. Is that the way it works? Yep.
Ginger bought one of them this morning.
Damn Ginger again. Did she get that bird that's reflecting?
Yeah, she did.
That's it. You're not going Saturday.
I still got the Oscar, though.
Yeah, I love the Oscar, too. Oh, is Ed still in here? Papa Shrimp is auctioning all of his shrimp that wouldn't fit at Jadrin's tonight. Oh, so there's an auction there. Awesome. Don't want to miss that. If Ed is still in here, I was going to ask Ed a question before I make threats against Ginger. Bunny with the purple hearts. Oh, that she color coordinated with the name tags we have up there, whatever they're called. She did that, I'm sure, just to match that. There we go. You want me to blow you up or no?
No. I'm going to sell that tonight.
That really does do that justice, like looking at it in the picture in the email, the Patreon. You can kind of tell, but
I'm going to get it matted after this stream's over. And then Ginger bought this one this morning. Off of Patreon. I always post everything or try to post everything on Patreon before it.
Well, you know,
open it up to everybody else.
Ed
and Ginger snapped this one up this morning.
I'm going to snap her up when I see her Saturday. She's wanting to go to Atlanta with Ed and I to that talk, the NANFA talk, and then to Mitchell Broom's fish room. She already knows what she wants to buy. But I don't know if Ed's got the details. I like that one too. I really like your birds. You know that. She got a good deal because the Patreons get a good deal. A lot less than they auctioned for.
Yep.
I know. Damn it, Ginger. Mike said, "Damn it, Ginger," too. I knew I should have got that. I knew I should have got it. I bet you if I tell her she can't get back in the truck along about Dalton when she's 3 hours from Nashville, we can work a deal.
Yeah, she emailed me last night after I put them up on Patreon and asked me if that one was still available, so, and how much I wanted for it. So
she's got,
like this morning when I woke up this morning, she had sent me some money for it. So
she's got like a whole wall of your art. Did I show you that when I went over there?
Yeah.
Her walls are covered with all kinds of cool stuff. But one wall is the PunchiePaints wall. And some of the stuff I didn't recognize. I'm like, when? She's like, oh, it was Patreon. It might have been before I was. That would have been a while back. But a couple things I didn't recognize. Hey, Nola. Hope you're doing cool. I told y'all that I'm a secret Nola's video watcher, but I don't comment on them because I feel like being creepy. But she posts some cool videos. You know, old men can like stuff besides fish and snakes. And
I got another one that I'm working on, but it probably won't be done in time, so I'll probably just throw it up on Patreon.
What is it?
Morning. It's a sparrow. A bird.
Is it as good as the sparrow I have that's framed?
I don't. Oh, no. It's not big like that. It's just a small one.
But is it good, though? The light and stuff?
Yeah, oh, yeah. The light and stuff's really good on it. And the face is really good.
Well, Ginger's not here, so maybe she won't see the email before I do. I used to think she was just sitting there. She probably has a special tone that alerts her when you post Patreon stuff. That's my guess.
Yeah, there's a gallery in Montana that wants a few pieces too, but I need to get some bigger stuff done for that.
I really don't
and a couple
understand.
upcoming shows. I'm going to start getting back more into doing bigger pieces for the shows again. I don't. It's like they're further spaced apart, but when I do sell one, I get a lot more money and can cover like 3 or 4 months worth of bills with one painting. So.
Yep.
Plus prize money. I usually like 75% of the time when I enter an art show, I'll at least place, which could be is usually around the $600 range, which pays for the show entry and shipping and framing and all that stuff. So, and then of course the hope is always that it sells at the show, so I don't have to worry about getting it shipped back and stuff.
But you don't have to go to the show, right?
No, I just ship them.
What about that one that I like, the cow? Is that the one that's framed?
Which one's that?
Is it the cow that I like that's looking back that's framed? We talked about it a couple of times.
Yeah, I sold that one.
What?
Yeah.
What the hell?
I did.
I've been saving up for that.
Yeah, that one got sold.
I know
Sold,
you got
shipped, and gone.
Damn. You were giving me a real good price on it, but Yazi's got this really weird habit of liking to eat. Here he is back. Cow butt. It kind of was, Noah. I think you've still got a small one of it, though. I know you've got it on your video. Oh, he wanted back up.
And I sold the elk that you were talking about, too.
I really like that one, too. I should have got it.
Yeah, a lady in Oregon on my Facebook, she bought that one. She's got that one and the one with the teepees with the storm clouds above. She's got the elk in that one, yeah.
Mike said it better not been, hey Eric, said it better not have been ginger.
Nope, it wasn't ginger.
That's good. That's good for her. Damn it. And you don't have any prints of that, Pam?
No.
The elk?
I
missed out on
I should see if I can find the CD that the photos are on. I might consider doing some prints of it. But first thing, when I have a little bit of excess money, the first thing I'm going to get prints of, because I want to send some to all my Patreons, is the discus, the painting of the discus. I want to get some prints made of that one.
Right. Yazi's back up here for those anoles. I forgot about it. Look at his face. Yazi, those 10 anoles could gang up and carry you off.
He looks like he's rather fascinated with them.
Well, he's never seen them, so he's like, he knows all the other snakes and stuff. He and Tibby like all the wildlife, don't you? You and Tibby, you don't like each other, but you all like all the snakes and fish. Well, shoot. I don't know why Nola wants to get all that stuff. It's okay. I've got a bunch of it too, but most of it I've got stored. Yazi, you're getting kisses from Nola. Oh, he jumped back up. No. You're getting kisses from Nola. Pam's going to get jealous. So silly. Today is Wednesday. I started to say, who are your guests going to be? But you typically don't have guests on Wednesday. See a lot of ceiling space. Yep. It's a lot better to look at that ceiling than it is at me, I'll tell you. You could always put it up there instead of... So that's true. That ceiling's high, though. It's an angle. It's not... It doesn't come across flat. I think you can tell, though. It goes up. It's fake beams that go up probably 6 feet. Yeah, you can tell. Jesus. There, that it's angled up, I think. So, I can't see that far away. I've got a lot of wall space that I could put it on. That's for sure.
Did you see Furlough's Aquatic sneak in?
I did. I said, hey, Eric. I did. He's been real busy of late, but he told us last week that he was going to be coming back up on the panel Sunday some.
Oh, that'll be fun.
Yep. I can't wait to have another look at his reptiles and his new reptiles. He got a lot of new things recently. Puppy, Pepper. Dale. I think Ed must have left.
He said his brother was on the phone and he'd be right back.
That's right. I forgot that already. I was going to ask him about the Atlanta thing we're going to, because the way we left it is he was going to Sunday night, I think after the stream, he said that he was going to find out about the time and like some information about that thing we're going to, and I can't find anything about it. I asked to join the AAAA, the Atlanta Area Aquatic Association, on Facebook, and I haven't heard back, so maybe they didn't approve me. Could be. I thought I'd get some information there if that's the right club. I could just message Mitchell Broom. That's what I'll do. I'll message Mitchell Broom, because since it's his club and his fish room, we're going to go visit. Yep. Are you going to have refreshments tonight, Pam?
Probably, yeah. Enough for everybody.
All you can carry. Eat all you can. Eat all you want. We were going to go. I took my sister to the doctor yesterday, and we were going to go to this restaurant, a country buffet, a real country buffet that I used to go eat at when I worked in Chattanooga. And a lot of us would go over there at lunch because it was fast, but that was old country cooking, and it was a something else now, a rib place. So we started looking, and we found a place I hadn't been in like 20 years. It was Asia buffet, and it was really good.
Oh, I used to, when I lived in California, I went to a Chinese buffet every Friday. And they had so much seafood, like mussels cooked like 5 or 6 different ways, and all kinds of shrimp and crab legs. And on Friday nights, they would have frog legs.
Frog legs?
Which was really good. Only thing about California that I really miss. But I used to, years ago, I used to like, even the different places we moved, with every Friday night, I'd take the kiddo out and we'd go to a Chinese buffet. because
Well,
Chinese buffets are the best.
these had, this one had like 7 different bars. Of course, one was dessert, one was salad bar, but then like 5 or 6 other different kinds of food and stuff. I like chicken at those. Like I like the different flavors of chicken.
Yeah, I like the seafood. If I find a Chinese buffet that's got like a bunch of seafood, it's like my 2 favorite kinds of foods rolled into one: seafood and Chinese.
Oh, that sounds good, Nola. Good heroes. Sounds really good. But anyway, they had a couple things on that buffet, and we both tried what looked like a squash that was sliced and breaded, and it looked really good. It was a pretty gold color, no flavor at all. You know, it's squash, so you got to put some flavor in the breading. So we doctored it up. We peppered it and salted it and put a little sauce on it and ate them, but still, they don't know how to do the Southern cooking. At least that dish they didn't.
Huh.
I remember the buffets, you could just pay for the plate, and so long it fit on the plate, you could just pile it high with everything. Used to take it as a personal challenge, right? That sounds good. So you would only be able to eat the one plate? See, the buffets here, you can eat like the
Yeah,
Asian
the
buffet.
buffets here, you can keep going back until you're full.
You just have to get a clean plate. You can't take your plate up there.
I used to tell my kids, I'd take them out to the buffets and I'd say, see this sign there? You can't go get more until your plate is clean. You have to eat all your vegetables and everything. Because it'd have a sign hanging up that says, clean plate required. That says,
Right.
you have to eat all your food before you can go back and get more.
Oh. Did you see the baby female? Oh, he's asking Eric. It's a cutie, Eric.
Oh, she says they're like a cafeteria line at the mall. Most of the buffets here just have a bunch of counters set up with food, and and plates on the end, and you just grab a plate and go through and get whatever you want. Wander around with the different ones.
Here they're like that, but they have somebody like in each section, or a person like for the bread and the soups, and there's people behind there, and you have choices, but you can't get it yourself.
Oh, the ones I've gone to, you've always been able to. You could just go get them yourself. Go get whatever you wanted.
Yeah, that would be nice. I'm trying to remember the name of some of those. One of them closed down that was in the mall. It was really good. They had a salmon that I really liked. I think they had Fridays, of course. Bob, I want to apologize for not being around on Sundays. Oh, no. I've been nonstop. Yeah, no worries. We're there when you have time. Should be back this weekend. Don't worry about it, Eric. We just love having you. So.
Yeah, I imagine I haven't been out to eat for ages, but I imagine with the pandemic, the buffets are kind of either shut down or totally changed because they can't have people wandering around getting their own food coughing on it.
Some of them here, well, they have the glass things, anyway, over them that cover them. One of them we used to go to, but it's closed on Tuesday, and for some reason that's always when our doctor appointment is. But they would go get it for you and bring you your silverware. Of course, it's already wrapped up, but you would tell them what you want, and they would, you could go along with them, but you couldn't touch the food or anything, the plates, nothing. But now it's back to normal. Then for a while they made us wear gloves, just throw away gloves. But everything here's back to normal. I don't think anybody's requiring masks at all.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I think I've had a couple of kinds of the COVID. I think I have. I know I had one. But I'm still wanting to get that 3rd vaccination. I keep remembering when I can't do it at night. I could research it, I guess. But
I got a deal on my email telling me I should get another booster, but gosh, I'd have to get a taxi or whatever to get over there to get it, and I don't really want to pay a bunch of money just to go get a shot. And I don't really, right now, I'm not going anywhere anyway, so.
Right. But no, don't worry about that, Eric. Sometimes you have to do life. You have to do life. Did you name that snake, Mike? I made a suggestion. I don't think it made it. But it's probably on the cutting room floor. I don't know if I told everybody or not. I was on Big Tank Hank's as his guest. Imagine that. You really hit the bottom of the barrel. But I was on there and it was a lot of fun. But a couple weeks ago, and he was asking about the snakes. He's in kind of a reptile thing where he's having reptile people on right now, which is awesome. And some are reptile and fish people, but I was showing him some of my snakes. I don't think I took any out, but I was telling him about the African house snake, which is dark brown, black looking. And so I said I need a name. And so just all of a sudden we were both like Big Tank Hank. So I've got a snake named after Big Tank Hank. And it's real strong, so cool. You did go with Princess? Awesome. I know people were saying Princess and Princess Die, and I was like, just die. Just call it Die. Well, that's good. I like Princess. She's beautiful. Big Tank Hank wants to have me on his show. I think that means I'm the bottom of the barrel. Is that you down there, Dale? I wondered who was down there. Move over. You're on my foot. Now, he had asked me a long time ago I shouldn't, and I just didn't for some reason. I don't remember what the reason was. I was a mod there. I think I probably still, I am. I'm still a mod. I just don't make it over there a lot for some reason on Friday nights.
It's hard to go to all of the streams.
It is. It really is. But yeah, he always has somebody good on there. He had a guy like the week before me that has a warehouse thing he put up, and where he lives, it's warm, maybe Texas, and he's got alligators in there, and like the dwarf ones, and all
Wow.
this really cool stuff. I don't remember his name, but his channel blew up too. Like in a year, he's got like 50,000 subscribers because his content's so original, you know. I would go on there, Adele. Let me know for sure when you're going. He's really good about publicizing his streams too. And when I was seeing those notices, I was like, Jesus, why couldn't we have done this 40 years ago, you know? Wait till I'm nearly dead. I'm just dealing with work and stuff outside work, as you know, yeah. He's been asking me a while, but I haven't. Okay, good. Really understood why. We hardly talked about fish at all, Adele. He kind of lets it go the way it goes with each person, and he's really more interested in the person than he is the fish hobby. If you talk about fish for an hour, that's fine, but he keeps it very interesting, and he just lets it go where it's going to go, you know. So you do keep fish, and you're in the FishFam, you know, you're very well known and loved, so I'm sure that's why he wants you on there. I was kind of like, why does he want me on there? You know, I'm old and, you know, this and that. And then when I went on there, I was like, well, I had fun. I liked it. So, and when grouchy old men have fun, you know, it's a good time. Right, Pam?
Yep, that's it.
Yeah, you should do it, Adele. I mean, if you want to. I overthought it for a long time. I'm not saying you are, but and then he asked me, and I said, let me think about it. And I waited 2 or 3 weeks, and I thought he'll forget. And he asked me again, and I said, oh, okay. I figured the worst thing could happen is I would make a fool of myself. So I do that all the time. So yeah, you should. You'll have fun. He's really cool. He is good people, Mike. He definitely is.
Well, it's 5:02. Is Rob going today or no?
I haven't seen Rob in here.
Yeah, I haven't seen him either. Let me look real quick, see if he's got anything going on.
I didn't realize it was that late.
Let me do a little bit of searching here and see what I can find.
Do some research. Recently asked me again. Yeah, you're the same thing as me. Yeah, he asked me when he first started up. And I loved to mod for him and I loved his content and all that. But then I just, I thought,
I don't have anything in my notifications for it, and I haven't seen him in here.
Well, I guess he's not going. I always look forward to him because we're really laid back on here, or I am for sure.
And he's got so much energy.
He does. He kind of gets me jazzed up for the rest, if such a thing's possible, for the rest of the evening, So, well, I might take a nap then. See that?
I don't see any stream for him right now, and he should be started if he was going.
Yeah,
So he must not be going today.
Mike would have put a link up there too, I think so. All right, well, at least we haven't streamed over him, but yeah, it does say we've gone an hour and 1 minute, and I started on time. I left Pam by the curb. Did you see that, Pam? I just don't think I'm worthy of the big tank Hank. Yeah, that's kind of the way I thought too,
Yeah.
But he made me feel. He did tell me something, but I hadn't talked about any of this stuff with him like we're saying now. And he said that I didn't promote myself well enough or something like that, or, that I didn't have enough opinion of myself or something. It was somewhere in between the two things I just said. So, hey, Michael, new local Austin. Welcome.
Hello.
Maria is in here keeping time. I know. Maria's had a rough couple of weeks, she was telling me. We didn't really get to talk about it a lot, but she's had some family. Your mom's really old, that didn't sound nice, did it? But yeah, she's had some family stuff going, life, like Eric was saying, she's had life going on, and so she hasn't been on hardly at all. I haven't seen her or talked to her much.
Yeah, I haven't seen her either.
Oh my God, love so much. His stream with Larry D. What was he thinking? Challenging Larry D on hot sauce. I didn't see that. See, I have to go watch that. He kind of figures out each person, and what's going to be. He asked me what got me started on fish and when, and I'm like, we don't have enough time for all that. But he kept it moving. So. Yeah. Oh yeah. Maria's a great lady. Love Maria. I think everybody loves Maria. If they don't, they better. Right? Well,
I'm gonna step away for just a second and make a cigarette. I'll be right back.
All right. I see a lot of questions about Vegemite in my future.
Well, heck yeah.
It could be. You never know. He's got a pretty cool slant on things too. He's got his own story. One thing I like about him is that he was like a rodeo guy. He was a bull rider. I don't think he rode the horses. I'm not sure, but he did that, and just all kinds of things. He's a corrections officer, supervisor. So he's got a whole lot of life experience. Yeah, remember that corrections officer thing? I don't know how long that reaches, Adele. I was very aware of it. I watched what I said. Texas ain't that far from here. Yeah, he was a rodeo cowboy. That's what he was. He likes to talk about his grandmother and when he was young. And see, I love that because that's really who If I hadn't had my grandparents and greats, I would have never made it. I really would not have. So I get it. I get it. You might hog tie, hag tie would be more like it. Yeah, you might hog tie you. Yeah, he talks about, the same things that we did. My cousins and I used to do that, terrorize the ponds and the creeks and catch things and bring them in and all that. It was cool. And he's not nearly as old as I am. I guess Texas had their little kids doing that stuff longer than we did in Tennessee. Well, Pam, I hate to end the stream even though the time's up because there are people in here. And Milo's got a hairball. I hope Ed's brother's all right. Milo, you need the Heimlich? Milo. He heard me the third time.
Okay, Adele. See you later.
See you, Adele. It's the Milo. He's lost weight. He looks good, don't you? Yeah. Oh, Adele came back to speak to you. He's okay. He had a knee surgery, but he's doing great. Lost weight and didn't even notice it. How we lost it, right? What is that? You smell the anoles also? Yep. Milo was the last dog I got before Yazzie came along. Of course, both of them from the Ark.
Have you watched any vids on the Whittakers?
Oh, thank you for mentioning that, Mike. I have. And that's why I put that thumbnail up there, too. I totally forgot about that. That's the Whittaker family. The thumbnail. Thank you, Mike. I totally forgot that. I started to say something at the first.
Oh, I just looked at it and thought it was your relatives.
Well, I wouldn't mind if they were. They're wonderful people. But they, yes, I have I subscribe to Soft White Underbelly. And that guy's the guy that was the photographer for like 15 years for all the huge accounts in advertising like Mercedes, Rolex. I mean, anything you can think of that's very expensive. So they paid, of course, out the yin yang for a great photographer to promote their product because, it's all about the pictures and the ads and stuff. But, so he did that and made a ton of money, he said. And then he decided to get into, doing something other than advertising. And so he just started doing like pictures of, things that interested him and stuff. He's in California, so there's Skid Row there. And he was always like talking and taking pictures of people that might be a meth addict. He does a lot of meth addicts and just different things. People that are not the person sitting by you in church usually, or that kind of thing. He wants down. And then he started doing film. The Whittakers, the people in that thumbnail, that's not the whole family, but they're in West Virginia, up in the mountains in the hills, and very remote and isolated. And he went there to meet them and talk to them and take pictures, and something happened with his camera. But he could take video with that same camera, so he started doing videos, and then he started his YouTube channel, and he's been posting the videos. So yes, I love Soft White Underbelly. Yes, Bunny, I do too. But the Whittakers there are extremely, extremely poor, and they have some physical differences in some people, and they don't. Some of them look just like me, bless their hearts, but they have had some inbreeding in their family. No joking and no, being snarky or anything. They have had, and it's because they were so isolated and uneducated and stuff. And they don't have that now, but those are some of the last people that were in that family that did, like brother and sister and first cousins, that stuff.
Yeah.
So they are inbred, yeah, buddy, they are. But they're nice people. And some of them, you really can't tell it with conversation and stuff that there's a health issue. And there's one of the guys, one of them in that picture, he's on the end to the right. He doesn't talk, but somebody described him as barking like a dog, but that's not what he does. It's not like a dog, That's awful to say that, but he has a speech impediment, but he can't form words and stuff. But anyway, they're just really cool. He's been there several times, and he started a GoFundMe for them, and with a goal of $50,000, because a lot of his watchers, really wanted to help them and wanted to know. So they've raised over 30,000, I think 33,000 now, and they spent the money on everything. They put a new roof on their house and got a lot of things. Got another bedroom set. Like one of them had to sleep on the sofa all the time. I think the mother. But anyway, they've spent all the money appropriately and on things that improve their lives. And but they basically live in an old house. It's a shack now. And but I did post the GoFundMe and credit with a picture, of course, in my description. So if anybody wants to give them $1 or $100 or whatever, they're just awesome people. And he's really good. This guy, I can't remember his name. Really good at finding out social things from not just these people, but all the people that he talks to. And typically he has people come to his studio and just has a backdrop, like a studio backdrop, painted, like a picture backdrop, and have them sit on a stool and talk to him.
Yeah.
He's had on like their middle-aged wife swappers, all kinds of just, and so it's fascinating when you start listening to him, because he asks the things that we all want to know. He does it from that slant, and he's very respectful of everybody, and the Whittakers, he's very respectful of them. So it's not like a freak show kind of thing with any of these people. It's just, the underbelly, So you can tell I follow him, and I love that channel. Like Bunny said, I love it. But the Whittakers have to be some of his best subjects, and he's been back to visit them a couple times. And that picture was taken this spring. It was just taken a couple months ago, and he visited them. So one of them died.
It looks like an old picture, like from the turn of the century or something.
See, he's such a good photographer. And because they don't have like the modern clothes, and they don't care, I guess, or they're not aware of it, or it doesn't matter to them. But he does the black and white. He uses black and white a lot, so that really helped it, or made it look over. But he's got color videos of him. I mean, but yeah, you're right. It does. It looks like a frontier kind of thing, or like a 1920s Tennessee, Appalachia, Tennessee. But and they are in Appalachia. It's just West Virginia. Hey, Nano Guy, welcome. Welcome. Yeah, they are inbred. And he talks about that a little bit, and he's real respectful. The one I had to cut off on the end without resizing the picture is a nephew, and he actually went to high school and said he graduated high school. But he has some physical differences too, like a lot of them do. So he went to high school, but he stopped. They said they used to go to church, down in the hall area, but there was a family that made fun of them, and so nice, right? Go to church and get made fun of, but I'm sure it happens all the time. But not everybody that's in the church, is a respectful and gracious person. So they said they quit going. So he took them to Walmart to spend some of their money too. And that's, you think that would be a really funny video, but it's not, because his demeanor and his tone and his um, authenticity, you know, with helping them shop. But he helped them buy clothes and all kinds of stuff. All of them like chips and sodas, so which I can relate to that. So they had all got their own chips and stuff. So hey, PA Fishing Tanks, welcome, welcome. Been listening, but I'm back now. Welcome back, Paul. So anyway, there's a GoFundMe link. I thought it would be only appropriate to post the link to that if we're going to have their picture on here. Of course, I'm not going to profit at all from using that picture, but I really respect the artist that did it. So, and also, I was going to mention I didn't get the link posted, and Adele's gone. I know she's been active and involved in helping is the Florida Fish Rescue.
Yeah.
On the Fish Tubers notification page, there's a post from Mike out there, and they really are in a bind and need, if people are able to help a FishFam member, it's on there, and it's right above this post for this stream, because I noticed it, they posted almost the same time. So, but I just didn't have time to grab the link and post it in the description here. You really enjoy the vid, you can really tell how respectful he is, not even a hint of freak show stuff. Exactly, Mike. So, and by that too, you don't have to deal with any of that stuff in yourself, you know. All of us, you know, have a little, I call it a sick sense of humor or a dark sense of humor, or, you know,
No. You have a dark sense of humor?
Everybody but Pam has
Everybody
a dark
but me.
Right?
I have no sense of humor.
That's the damn truth. I mean, that's the truth, yeah. But yeah,
I'm totally serious and very I'm looking for the word.
I don't think you can say the word without getting demonetized. If it's that word, don't say it. But no,
I'm very ladylike.
Right, and sweet too.
And sweet and totally serious all the time.
That's you to a T. Sweet comes to mind immediately. Pam, way too sweet for that nonsense. But no, I didn't want to beat that to death. But I realized that it made me, the way that he handles his subject made me watch it. Because, you know, when you live alone, I might say, oh my God, who would swap with that? You know, talking about the wife. But I don't find myself doing that, you know. And it's just a way to help your own anxiety or discomfort with things, of course. But you just don't, I don't feel like I need to go there because of him, you know. He's serious about what he's doing, and he makes it interesting. So, anyway. What are you clicking, Pam? Or are you clicking?
I'm just clicking through looking at the chat.
Oh.
You can hear me clicking?
Big time. I think that's you know, I know what that's code for. I'm hoping my fire skink, changing the subject quickly, my fire skinks come out because I set them up a new
how are they doing?
Doing great as far as I know, but they're underneath the soil, and I haven't seen them. I think they probably come out mostly at night. They got plenty of the little pinhead crickets in there, a couple of plants, and some really nice substrate. It's mixed with some sand and water and some nakatapa leaves, whatever the tree is growing out in my front. I'm starting to harvest some of those trees and use them as botanicals. Oh gosh, what's the evergreen tree that has the big green leaves on it and great big white blooms? I don't know. There is such a thing. Magnolia. Yeah, I've got big magnolia leaves in there. And I've put some in my tanks in here too, my fish tanks. So I'm sure they're all enjoying that. Pam, how much longer do you think we should go?
I don't know, maybe till at the half-hour mark, which would be another 10 minutes.
That sounds like a plan. I've got to warm me up some southern breaded chicken strips and put some dressing on those, and then take this begonia headdress off and get them planted. I hope it's cooling down out there. I've got two of those big urn things out on my front porch by the steps, but they don't get that much light out there, and begonias like sun. Plus the deer, I only got 2 steps, will come up the steps and eat them. They don't come on the deck because it's got a rail. Let's see. I could show you a fish or a snake.
Yeah, let's see some fishies.
Not anything close by. And for 10 minutes. How about we don't and say we did? That was awful, wasn't it? I'll show some tonight if you have me.
Oh, yeah. I gotta set up my thumbnail yet and get my stream for tonight up.
What's the thumbnail gonna be?
Oh, just one that I make up out of nothing.
You should put the Archer gunner option, the one that Ginger
Yeah, I'll
did
probably
with.
put them up, the 2 that are left.
Yeah.
I need to sell them tonight because I gotta pay my rent tonight.
Yep. I hate that we have bills. I hate it. But what are you gonna do? No, let's
Yep,
see.
they come around again too soon.
Mike said no, let's see snakes. What kind of snake you want to see, Mike? I could show you Sandy. He's getting to be quite the big old snake. He came from Nathan's, and he hadn't eaten this mouse. It's been there for, will be 2 days tonight, so I got to take it out. He's not going to eat it.
Thank you. I should show you I'll show the Oscar one again because the photograph I took of it doesn't show the blue color. I got to get it on a mat yet before tonight, but it's got a lot of blues and stuff in the photograph. Just didn't show them very well.
I think it was Grasshopper that said, is he a patron? Is he a patron?
No.
Wonder where he saw it. He said the pictures, or the camera didn't do credit to. Yeah, it looks a lot better than that on the Patreon, on the email picture.
Yeah, and it's still not showing the color. There's a lot of blue and purple and stuff that's not showing up very well. But yeah, I'll be selling this tonight.
Nice. Yeah, I wish I could do artwork and sell it, but I can't. Can't do that. I do have some talents, but I couldn't talk about them here. What kind of snake, Mike? Love it. That's a beautiful piece. Is there going to be I'll get some more information out over June. Is there going to be a reserve on that piece tonight?
Probably not. But of course I won't let it go for absolutely nothing. I might have to think about it because I got to make a certain amount to cover the rent, and so I can't let it go for absolutely nothing. But I kind of doubt if it'll go for nothing. So.
Well, I hate to tell you, but holding it up and looking at it on here is nothing like looking at it like in a picture in the Patreon format. So you can't really see all the work that's in it. You can tell, but you can't see all the work in it. The pinstripe, Mike. Oh, here. I'll be right back. Actually, I'm just going right here. He knew that's the one I wanted to get out. Come on, Cinnamon. Come on. She's a baby. Come on. Here she comes. Here she is. Let's see if we can get her up here. Look at that. Where you going? Look at her.
Oh.
Cinnamon.
How many snakes do you have now, Bob?
A few.
I know you've got
Couple.
a few, but how many few?
I went through it recently. I can't remember. Got 3 ball pythons. She's holding on tight. All right. 3 ball pythons. I need to watch where she's showing up there. Let me blow this up a minute so I don't have to be so. Whoa. See, I caught you. 3 ball pythons. The African green tree bush snake. The African house snake, 2 corn snakes. I think that's it. So what is that? 7 or 8 or Mike's got 8, so I probably have 8 also. You know, she's squeezing, huh? I really think this snake belonged to somebody or they didn't ship it. Got her at PetSmart, but I really think she's had a lot of contact with people before I got her because she's just so good. With 7, Mike, yeah. I need another one then, I guess. She's all jazzed up because she's nice and warm. She was laying under the heat lamp on top of her little shelter. Wish I could get her to show her face better. Look in here. Let them see your pinstripe. Look at that. Look at that. She's real good about settling down. I can sit and hold her. A lot of times I am holding her when I'm on here and you can't see her. What you doing? What you doing? And yeah, I do talk to the fish and the snakes and anybody that'll listen. She knows I'm not going to drop her. She trusts me. Yeah, she's a good girl. She needs to eat though. I want her to eat more. She's okay, but thanks, Paul. Paul's thinking about getting a reptile. Pam, I think I told you that. And he likes the, oh, come here. I've got a Gama's. It's the, what is it? Paul, Eric Furlow mentioned the care about how easy it was. And there, she's settling down. I don't know why I can't remember. They're the most common, like start out that people start with. They're really cool. After today, you really want the snake or the lizard? Ball pythons are really good starters.
Yeah, they are. And trying to think of the lizard that's the best starter. The
Bearded dragon.
Yeah, bearded dragon. That's it. Yep.
Yeah. I've got the little smaller version pair. They're the agamas, but they're basically bearded dragons. Can't get them as wet and stuff like that. Yeah, they are real cool. The beardeds are. I just happened to fall in love with an agama, and somebody brought it back to the pets, my local pet store, and Ed and I went to Atlanta to a reptile thing maybe 3 months ago now, and they had females. This one was a male, so I picked out a female I liked, and they were just instantly like they'd known each other their whole life. Yes, my leopard geckos. I've got that one. The lady surrendered to the ark, and I went ahead and brought it home. I didn't think everybody wanted it to be there, even though I would have done all the care for it. But so I brought it home, and it's actually in my kitchen on my breakfast table, I call it. And Tibby loves the gecko. The gecko totally ignores him, but Tibby gets on top of the gecko's habitat. It's a real sturdy one, and he lets me know when he wants to eat. He loves him some big crickets and some of those big superworms. He's really pretty. I'm kind of sad that the literature says you can only keep one, that you shouldn't try to do them in a group or a pair, because you feel bad for him being by himself if that's what he likes. Look at her. Look at her. The girl is so... She's not just laying there, she's hanging on, she's squeezing. I have a few other ball pythons, Sandy, and I didn't know enough about ball pythons to really understand Sandy. Like when I would get defensive strikes as opposed to striking at a mouse, that's how, little research I had done. But Sandy made it through the first few months with me and thrived, and it's getting to be pretty good size. And then I got little Reggie, another ball python. Mama C's tapping me on my side over here. Mama C, you can't come up while I have a snake. Buddy, you miss reptiles? How come you don't have a reptile? I'm nosy. But yeah, I said I wouldn't have another ball python because I've got these corn snakes. And oh, I forgot, Mike. I didn't say my king snake. So I do have I forgot him. Him or her, the one that looks like the coral snake, the milk snake. Yeah, forgot about that one. So that is a snakes. I never see that snake. I was going to try to get a video of it feeding, but it never would. I waited for an hour, and it never would. And of course, when I went to bed, it ate its stinky mice. I like my skinks, but I also like just the interaction with the snake is pretty cool. Not this one I haven't tried, but Reggie, the other small ball python I've had for a few months, loves to be carried around and look at the fish tanks. He stares at the fish in them, and who knows what he's thinking, but I guess he loves it because he watches when we go by every tank, like a kid or a cat or something. He watches. Domino's last shed is really cool. Yeah, that's another thing is I love the sheds, and when they're complete, and too many dogs and fish. We've had 7 or so over the years, and the kids are really happy with them too. Oh, nice. Once they learn how to host it. By the way, they don't have...
Where did you get that? Oh, where did you get that? Give me that. Come here.
Rearing teeth. What are rearing teeth? Oh, wow. That's super cool when they shed and you can see the pattern and all that. Yeah, reptile keepers are a little different, right, Pam? All right, we did go over our allotted 10
Oh, yeah, we
minutes.
did, huh?
But the same 14 people that have been in here most of the time are still here, so they have no place to go because Rob didn't go. I know how that is. You want to watch one of your favorite YouTubers and then they don't go. We definitely wouldn't have this many people in there, I'm sure. You're just so happy there. She's between my palms.
Yeah, the bearded dragons do look like the horned toads. I used to have some horned toads that I caught in eastern Oregon and brought them home and had them for quite a long time. They had babies too.
Oh, we used to call them horny toads, not realizing the fun in that when we were kids.
Yep, horny toads. Hi, BJ.
You must be ahead of me. I don't see BJ. Or my, there it is. Oh.
We had two different kinds of them in eastern Oregon, and I'm sure there's different names for them, but we had the ones with the spikes on the back of their neck that were super, super fast and hard to catch. And then we had some smaller ones that were kind of short and really fat and moved really slow. But they didn't have like the horns on the back of their neck. But they were kind of spiky on top. I've had both of them as pets.
She's so cool. Did you see what she did? I held her up like 8 inches from my face and she moved over and stared at my mouth for just a minute and then she went down there. I knew that's where that smell's coming from.
She was probably thinking about whether your tongue would taste good or not.
It does. Dude. Yeah, especially since I've been gone all day and eating and drinking coffee. I need to jumpstart this morning. Can't get motivated. Oh, it's morning over there. That's right. It's the future. Hey, BJ, this is Cinnamon, the new one. BJ is one of the people that have fish that watches my reptile videos. One of the 2 people. I have several people that like them and say they enjoy them, so I just do what I want to do. Another good start. What do you see? What do you see? She definitely is different than the other 2 ball pythons. I really think somebody had this snake for a while and handled her. I said that. What you see? Used to eat. The Euromastics, you know, that's something I've thought about so much. I just fell in love with the one that Fro has. And I love that what you're able to feed them, the diversity of stuff, you know, salad, you know. But I love their faces. What is that? Look at that. We're over there on that camera. See this? People are like, he must be, he's lost it. He's lost it, yeah. Are you making your thumbnail, Pam?
Yeah, actually I am. How can you tell?
I'm just psychic that way. The Gamas woke up. If you can hear that noise, it's one of them running around upside down, hanging onto its screen cover, its tank cover. I guess it's a lot of fun to hang upside down and run. What do you see over there? Probably looking up at the shiny light fixture. Who knows? All right. I'm tired of holding my hands up like that. At least both of them. She's growing a little bit. Yes, she is. Yes, she is. Look at that. So yeah, a Euromaster might be in my future. I don't know. You ever had a Euromastix, Mike?
Ever had what?
A Euromastix?
No.
They're really cute. Where's she going? Look at that. You're gonna fall. You're gonna fall. Never come back. Alright, I've been silly too long. Gonna get off here. Now that I've jabbered through my nap, I'm gonna get off here and get these begonias outside in pots and water them.
Well, there's Terry. Hi, Terry.
Hey Terry. Terry, bad news on her. The worst.
Oh, thank you. Only Oscars.
Yeah, you are about 5 seconds ahead of me. Thank you, Jenny. I love all of my reptiles, especially when they don't bite. Amazingly, I've only been bit once so far. And that was Sandy on Catfish Terry's live stream one night. He was in shed and I put my hand down in the tank to feed him a mouse and I'm like, wait, I can't see what's going on. And just at that instant, he nailed my index finger. Scared him to death. Yeah. Me too. She's out there with the doggies. All the doggies I've lost the last couple of years are now. So I gave her a decent burial. She was a sweetie. But I've still got the male. So of course you tend to want to get another one, but what are you squeezing about, girl? But I'm not. I'm just going to keep that male for now. Feed what? Oh. I wish I could get the first bite over and done with already. My Lancet things, the little things that I check my glucose with, which I rarely do, now that I got the diet and the stuff down, is hurts a whole heck of a lot more than that snake tag did. It was over before I knew it, and I think it scared him more than it did me because he realized that's yuck, that's not a mouse. It bled really nice for the camera for that live stream, and I thought, oh God, it's going to get infected. How clean is a snake's mouth? Nope. Not at all. Not even bacterial grow on me, Pam. Oh, it wasn't bad at all. It wasn't bad, so I'm glad I got it over with. And he's about twice the size he was then. It might have been a year ago. I don't know. Yeah, he was in shed. I think I said that. So he couldn't really see what he was striking at. He's a sweet boy. The other little ball python struck at me a couple of nights ago when I was trying to get him to take a little...
Really?
Yeah, trying to get him to take a little mouse off the tweezer things. I forget what they're called. I was holding that down and he went right past that and just barely missed my finger. I'm like, you little varmint. But he's not in shed or anything. I think he might have done, because they see that the heat thing, they see your hand is differently, it's different. How about doing that? Nope. It was too easy, wasn't it? Hour and 45 minutes, Pam. That channel that, who was it that said they had the channel? Food motivated. Oh yeah, for sure. Everybody has that channel that has all their content as how not to do a video. Forgot who said that now. Fine. You're gonna phone. Keep squirming. I don't think she would lay around my neck. That would be way too easy. Nope, she don't want to do it. Scared her. You don't want to do it? Paul, are you asking about feeding beardies? That's what I wasn't sure. I saw Eric talking earlier about what to feed beardies. I don't know if that's what he's talking about. Paul, but I'm sure you know, but Eric is like who the people I go to. I had so many people when I got my agamas. I was worried about the male, that something might be wrong with him, or they might have had a parasite. And like 3 different people I said, ask Perlo. So he's a great resource. She likes that now. She's laying against me on the length of my arm. Paul's off reacting to videos and comments. I just saw that. He's multitasking. Oh, I guess I could mention who the guest is Sunday night. I don't know if I've done that.
Oh yeah, who are we gonna have?
It's Daniel from Daniel Keeping Fish. DKF.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be a lot of fun.
It is going to be a lot of fun. I don't think he's ever done that format, like a live stream and came on a panel and stuff. Well, I know he hadn't. He told me he hadn't. Of course, he does videos, and he's got a very successful channel. He has awesome content. He's got a kitty. So, yeah, he does some awesome, and he does a lot of stuff like out in the wind, you know, doing stuff away from the hobby. And so I'm excited to have him on. I love when we have people that you don't really see that much, you know, unless you watch their videos and stuff. So I love that interaction. And of course, Tim Aquatics is coming back. And Mitchell Broom's coming back. And there are some other people, new people. So we've got a good summer lineup. Of course, we have an awesome panel. I'm not biased at all, but we have a great panel on Sunday night. The Tennessee Fish Mafia, FishFam. I don't know if Paul's listening to us now. Okay, if we go 10 more minutes, it'll be 2 hours. She finally settled down when I put her down like she always lays.
Oh, your little claws are scratching up me. You're scratching me up.
Good stuff coming. It is. It really is. And Pam, since it's so quiet, there aren't any questions, and there's not a lot of combo. And it's always good to know when. Oh, wait a minute. Bob, how does a Tennessee neighbor apply to the Tennessee Fish Mafia? Or all y'all? Yeah, we are, Billie Jean.
You gotta slip them a couple big bills under the table.
Pam, that's not how it works. That's not how it works, Pam. Actually, um, either Ed or I can, just say, that's all you have to do. But you need to come up with a Tennessee Fish Mafia name. I keep meaning to shorten mine on here to Bobby the Codfather, or Bobby Codfather. I think everybody knows it. There she comes back up about the Bacala stuff now, but Pam came up with a real good one for herself, even though I didn't get it at first, Sketchy. And when I realized it, I'm like, what a dunce I am. Got to give the Codfather something nice. Right. Didn't say you couldn't send me like a ring or something, candy, money. But yeah. And Ed comes up with awesome names.
Yeah, he does.
So, just tell him, hey, I need a name. So you are now in the Tennessee Fish Mafia. Pretty cool. We've got Susie, Susie Q Aquatics, and hers is Susie Softail because she rides the motorcycles with her John Bag of Donuts. And they do the motorcycle thingy, so she's got a Softail. Think of Harley. The big bills won't get under the table. I've got a message yet about the Atlanta trip this Saturday. Well, that's just 3 days, and I'll mention it to him. I will mention it. Okay, I really am going to stop now because if I don't, it's going to be 2 hours. I know people will be like, no, it's only 6 more minutes, but no.
Yeah, you almost went 2 hours. We might as well finish up the 2 hours.
What, of just sitting here staring at the chat?
Yeah.
Ain't nobody wants to do that, Pam. She's so pretty. She's almost like iridescent. Her gold on her. I know it doesn't show up on here, but she's just so pretty. Where are you, girl? She's back here. Come on.
You can see it a little bit.
Yeah, the lighting too is. Oh, I didn't mean to keep myself blown up all this time, but I guess I have. What do you see? You just want to get on that top of that camera, that phone. Let them see how pretty you are. She's just totally, if you've never held a snake, she's nothing like what you might think she would feel like. So soft and smooth and clean. It's like silk rubbing over you or something. Yep. She really is. Not sticky like fish. She's got a habit of, she does the prehensile tail a lot, but the very tip of her tail, she turns it so it pokes you. And I always wondered, is that a little hoo-ha sticking out or something? But it's the tip of her tail. There she is. Yeah. Like Vader when he's high, can't see him, but can see all the sparkles on him. Oh, I bet that's pretty. I bet that's pretty. You can get over there and fall. There you are. She doesn't like that. She keeps squeezing that down. She's a snake that I would definitely want to mate if I had an appropriate mate for her. And I'm trusting the girl's judgment at PetSmart that it's a girl. Alright, now we're down to 3 minutes. 4 minutes. See all the Yazzy's junk on the floor.
I can't wait to see her when she gets big. She's going to be beautiful.
But see how she relaxes?
Yeah.
She doesn't like to be held up like I was holding her. She really like, because I've got her body under my hand against this old hot fat belly, so I bet she's enjoying that. Grasshopper, what's
The
up?
grasshopper came in.
Yep, just at the very, very last second. Grasshopper was telling me that he always likes it when I pull my snake out. He actually said that in a comment on my corn snakes, and I was like, I just hearted it. I'm like, okay, just leave that alone. Grasshopper, are we going to see you tonight?
He should be on my stream. I think he will be.
He said, hey, Mama Punchy. Did you see the art Pam's got?
He did. He commented on my community tab.
That's where I saw him remarked
Yeah.
on it. I knew I'd seen him. I've got a little scab where one of the cats scratched me, and that's what I'm watching.
Alex, hi. I start at 9 o'clock Mountain Time, so I'm gonna like start 20 minutes early and run my little art video that I made yesterday
Hey,
before the
Alex.
stream starts. I was looking at all the stuff I didn't put on it. If I put all the art that I've got photos of on my computer, it would be like an hour just running through that. So but I redid my opening thing so that I could add some of the new stuff.
Oh, cool. I wish you would explore doing some prints of that.
I would like to, but I've got to wait till I've got a little bit more money so I can.
Right.
Like I said, I want to get some done of the fish one for sure, so I can send it to my Patreons. And I also want to get the discus painting. I want to do the discus painting, and I've had several people that want Grace, so I'm thinking I'll make a few prints of her as well.
Oh, yeah.
Give out as a print to the Patreon thing.
Yeah, I would love to have a print of Grace. Get her, she's so content. She moves over and then she moves back. But she seems content. Love your video. Oh, I do too, Billie Jean. Just sit and watch it. Enjoy it.
And then when I posted the discus painting on Facebook, I had quite a few people ask me if I was going to do prints of it. So I'll probably put it up on Facebook for sale too.
You like
but
that?
like I said, I got to get the money to make the prints, so it's going to have to be a little bit later, but pretty soon. Because like I said, I'm going to kind of switch from doing a bunch of small stuff on here to getting some bigger paintings done, because I've got a gallery in Montana that's been sending me a message once in a while asking if I have anything available that I could send them. And also a gallery in Texas has been asking me about what I've got available that they could put it in their gallery too. Now that the the restrictions are kind of lifting and the galleries are getting more business again, they're starting to contact me asking me if I've got anything available. Plus, I want to do a few shows. I've got 2 big shows that have sent me invitations, so they haven't forgotten about me because they're still sending me invitations asking me if I've got anything I could enter. So
They probably have customers or art patrons that are asking.
yeah, that are asking if they have any of my work coming in for their show. So yeah, I've still got a few of them are contacting me. A few of the really big ones are contacting me, asking me for stuff. So
that's awesome.
I'm going to kind of slowly switch over to where I'm doing more of that because, like I say, one sale of a big painting at a show like that, and I've got 3 or 4 months worth of bills and food and everything covered. So but I'll still do small stuff once in a while to offer up to my friends on here too.
It's a sack of lizards, grasshopper.
I just haven't been feeling very appreciated with all this stuff I've been hearing about myself on here. So I thought, well, you guys aren't appreciating my art very much, so I should go back to doing bigger stuff.
Yeah. A couple of these are really big.
They are. They look really healthy too.
Yeah. The difference, one of them's like 4 times the size of that little one. They've all got their tails. Got a couple before that didn't have any tails. They're in those, BJ. Yeah, I did an unboxing. They're from Underground Reptiles, and they're for the bush snake, the green bush snake. Yeah, got to get bills paid first, Mike said. Girl, where are you getting antsy?
Yep, I've just got to sell a couple things tonight to cover the rent. Look at the little tail wiggling on the bottom.
That's what I was meaning, you know, the tip of her tail.
Yeah. It is 5 after 6.
Okay, well, we can't do a 3rd hour, so tell the people good night, Gracie.
Good night, everybody.
And maybe some green ones too. Oh, cool, Mike. Yeah, these look nice, so get them while you can. We used to have a habitat with those little tree frogs. Ah, I put these in with the big blue-tongued skink. There's lots of cool things in there for them to do. But then eventually they come over to their demise. Good night, Gracie. All right, guys. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. What a boring stream, I know.
And good night, everybody, and thanks for the super chat only Oscars.
Yes, thank you so much, June. And I will see you guys later tonight if Pam lets me come up with her. If not, I'll be raising hell in her chat. So, good night. Thanks, everybody. Thanks, Mike.
Good night, peoples.
Modding. Good night.